Okay, this is part 3 now of Chapter 13 in our wireless and mobile device security class. All right, let's talk about the client and infrastructure exploits. What we mean by this is there are vulnerabilities built into the client devices, into our phones, our tablets, and so on. The two biggest weak points in all of wireless networking are the association process and the authentication process. Of course, association is connecting to the network, and then the authentication is you logging onto that network. Here are some of the reasons for that, by the way. First of all, clients can make simultaneous, that should be an N, not a B, simultaneous Wi-Fi and cell connections. So this can create a bridge between Wi-Fi and the cell system. That bridge is a vulnerability. Clients will try to reassociate with known devices. So once a client knows the password of a network or the logon to that network, it can just reassociate whenever you're nearby. Clients may auto backup to a cloud storage. You probably have on your phone, or at least may have in your phone, some cloud storage that when you do things on your phone, it automatically backs up. Well, now suppose you're on a company network and you have data going in and out on your phone, your laptop, your tablet that is not supposed to be public data, and here you are backing it up to your cloud storage. Not a great idea. Let's go through other USB exploits. What we're actually going to go through here is an attack, 7 steps of an attack. So let's go through these 7 steps right here. First of all, the attacker obtains the victim's email address. Not hard to do. Most people don't keep their email address very secret. You could do it through social engineering or maybe even a published email address somewhere or something online. Now, the attacker is going to send the victim email with the forged company email address. So in other words, an email that looks like it's coming from the internal company. So now the employee is going to trust it because it's coming from the company, or so he thinks. Now, in the email, we're going to send a viral PDF made with Metasploit's Adobe util.printf. Yeah, in Metasploit, you can create a PDF file that has a PDF extension, but actually is a virus. And this is the tool that you can do it in. So now we've created this fake PDF, and the fake PDF file executes maybe reverse TCP/IP connection to the attacker. So in other words, now it's going to create a connection back to the attacker as soon as that victim uses or opens that file. Now that the connection is in place, the attacker simply loads a USB exploit, which allows remote control of USB ports. Now the attacker can take control of the phone when it's plugged into a USB port in another system. The attacker now can jailbreak, root, steal data, infect the device, or whatever he or she wants to do. So you can see how these steps might work. They're not real tough. Of course, you might not know how to do each one automatically by yourself, but a little bit of study and it wouldn't take long to be able to do this kind of attack. All right, we're going to cut it off here, and we will take on network security protocol exploits in the next video.